The truth comes out. We finally understand why Todd Boehly went to Saudi Arabia and why these meetings have been happening. How does he know these investors from all these different Saudi clubs? We know the answer to that. We'll give you the answer to that. Chelsea Football Club are literally starting to hype up with all the transfer rumours, whether it's selling Koulibaly to Saudi Arabia, whether it's the next bid coming in for Kai Havertz, which is literally going to blow your mind, and the explanation of what's happening behind it. Why Trevor Chalobah is in Italy on holiday, but really he's potentially there on business. And finally, what is going on with Nicholas Jackson and Gabby Veiga? Who is he? We're gonna break it down. Let's welcome to the Kavkas View. Okay, I know you guys are all nosy and you want to be here, and you listen, enjoy the view for a few more days, because I'm getting back into my kitchen and recording from my studio, as I like to call it. But we're gonna start off with the Kai Havertz, who's the daily Kai Havertz, as I like to call it, because at this moment in time there's more and more information coming out about his potential move to Arsenal, so we need to break it down and decipher what's going on. Alright, so at this moment in time we know that Chelsea have rejected a £50 million bid for him. It was 40 million up front, and then it was 10 million in add-ons based on some clauses. Chelsea said, no way Jose, that ain't happening, no puedo más, go away, okay, we ain't doing this anymore. But more importantly, what's happening next? Bayern Munich have vouched their interest. Thomas Tuchel is driving this heavily. He believes that they need a number 9, and for some reason he's certain that Kai Havertz is the number 9 for him. It blows my mind, because Kai doesn't score that many goals, and using him in a number 9, in my opinion, really limits to what you can bring out of Kai. Bayern Munich are interested. This is coming from Fabrizio Romano, and the next information that's very interesting that Fabrizio is coming out with, Arsenal are going to make another bid. Arsenal are going to make a bid in the range of £6 million. And what we're starting to understand now is Madrid have pulled out because Chelsea's valuation of £75 million is a bit too high for them. However, and this is a massive however, Arsenal and Bayern believe they can negotiate this fee down. Chelsea are very willing and open to negotiate this fee down, because Kai Havertz doesn't want to sign a new deal on the terms and conditions Chelsea have put onto the table. My prayer is we make it to pre-season. Once we make it to pre-season, once Kai gets through the door, once he meets Pochettino, once everything starts to flourish, and then maybe we can have the favourable outcome that I want. The outcome I want is very simple. Kai Havertz to re-sign and stay at Chelsea. Listen, he's the guy that got us the Champions League winning goal. He's the guy that literally, in my opinion, has been one of our better players in a very difficult last 18 months. And I don't think we should be giving up on him. Personally, I'm keeping him around, and I think we need to respect him a little bit more, because I'm seeing a lot of hate towards him and animosity from a lot of Chelsea fans. Not from me. That's the roundup on Kai Havertz. That's the roundup on the Bratucci sponsored Daily Kai. Now we're going to get into what's been going on with the Saudis and how Chelsea are trying to get this move from a bunch of players to Saudi Arabia, to El Halal, to El Nazir, to all the other clubs, and what's been going on. Okay, so one thing before we move on to that, I need you lot to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I want 1,000 likes. So in the pinned comment, right, I need you lot to go and type in what number you are. So if you're 55, 55, 60, 60, you know the drill. And finally, in the pinned comment is my Instagram. Go follow me on there and send me your football related questions. I'm very good at replying. I literally get back to you lot, and it's a good way for us to communicate and get to just build a community. But now with the news that you lot came for. Alright, when I said the truth comes out in the title, and when I say the truth comes out in the thumbnail, I mean we finally understand why Boehly did his trip to Saudi Arabia. So Boehly doesn't own the club. I think a lot of people don't understand that, right? Boehly is the face of the consortium that owns the club. The club has been purchased by an investment fund. This investment fund has investors from all around the world, and a lot of them are Saudis. A lot of Saudis have pumped in billions of dollars into this investment fund, and this investment fund basically invests their money for them to make sure that the return is nice, you know, it's a pretty penny. And then the investment fund eats off the top of it, in the sense that, okay, cool, we made this much profit, we'll take this much, this is your money, you keep your money, here's the add-on that you got, but we were gonna eat because we basically did the business. So that what enables Todd Boehly and Iqbali literally to have contacts in Saudi Arabia, and these contacts own football clubs, and these contacts are able to just pick up the phone and sit down with them at very quick, affordable times. You know, like literally it can be a lot easier to pick up a phone and sort out a meeting time than to go through individuals, go through receptionists, go through all the admin tasks before the meeting. So hence why all of a sudden we're seeing Koulibaly and Edouard Mendy to a Saudi Arabian club. Hakim Ziyech to a Saudi Arabian club. Romelu Lukaku linked with a Saudi Arabian club. Other players at the Chelsea complex, for example, N'Golo Kante, moving to a Saudi Arabian club. This isn't purely driven by the fact that the clubs are going, oh, you know what, Chelsea, I want to have a for sale sign, let's go and take it. No, our owners and their owners are negotiating and bringing that to the table. And another thing I want to say, and a lot of people are going to actually jump all over me, I don't think Bowley is a bad owner. I think we have many examples in the game, like the Glazers, Kroenke before he started investing, Mike Ashley, the Venky's of Blackburn, if you guys remember them. They were bad owners in my opinion, right? Todd Bowley's not a bad owner. He puts his money where his mouth is. He's front and center of trying to get players. He's always tinkering, and that comes from a place of caring. If he didn't care, he literally would have bought the club, sat back and said, here's your £100 million, deal with it for this transfer window, and we're going to just try and make top 4 every single year. He doesn't do that. Evidently, he's trying to win. Is he doing it in the most optimal way? No, he's learning at the job. He's hiring professionals and we're learning. He's only owned the club for 12 months. I think a lot of people don't understand that. He's owned it for 12 months and we're going in a positive direction in the sense that we're investing money. We've got a better manager than we did before. We got Pochettino when we had a Potter and a Frank. And now we're trying to rebuild. It's going to be trial and error. We're going to get frustrated. We're going to get angry. But we just need to be optimistic and positive. That's my 2 cents on the piece. Now let's get into the 2 players and Trevor Chalobah. In regards to Trevor Chalobah is currently apparently on vacation in Italy. And one of the reasons they're saying he's on vacation in Italy is because he wants to understand what the atmosphere is like in Milan and whether he would like to live there. One thing I would say is this report stinks about a little bit of nonsense because Trevor's brother lived in Italy. Nathaniel Chalobah played for Napoli for I think it was a year under Maurizio Sarri and played there with Jorginho, Marin Hamsik, and he played for that team. So his brother would most probably tell him all the ins and outs about whether it's possible for him to live and enjoy life there. But I do understand there's nothing like going out there yourself. So he's most probably there actually just chilling on holiday and people are making it a bigger deal. Plus, he's got Fikayo's number, he's got Tammy's number. You don't think he can literally pick it up and ask them or DM him? They came through the same youth academy, they're the same age range, age bracket basically. I genuinely believe this move to Inter Milan happens if Inter learn to start paying money for the players they want. Because at this moment in time, Inter are just broke boys that literally want everyone to do them favor. Now we need to talk about Nicholson Jackson because this player is apparently looking like he's going to be a Chelsea player. Yesterday's video I said I think he's a backup, but apparently reports are coming out that Chelsea are going to be trying to get 2 strikers, not 1. So Nicholson Jackson is a 21-year-old Senegalese striker, plays number 9, scored 8 goals in 9 games. His rate last year was, I think, 14 goals in 26 games or 12 goals in 26 games. The rate is good, nothing special, but he's young, so we need to respect him. Personally, apologies about the news, I can't control the people downstairs. But personally, I think we need to really cool down on how much hype we bring to this signing. We just need to see how it develops, how he comes in, how he settles in. I'm not putting too much emphasis and too much praise upon this player. I haven't seen much of it. But I am excited to see how he does in pre-season. There's a new feeling about this signing, right? On top of that, the final one, we're linked to someone called Gabriel Viega. Gabriel Viega is a 21-year-old Spanish under-21 international. Very techy. The videos I've seen of him from Celta Vigo, carries the ball well. A lot of people say he's an 8 and he can play in a double pivot of a 6. But the clips and the videos I've seen of him, they all highlight a player for me that can play on the wide or comes in and creates something, dribbles with the ball well, barges players off just based on his low center of gravity, isn't the most natural striker of the ball, but comes across into positions that enable him to get goals and assists. So he could be a number 10. I need to do a little bit more research into this player, but personally, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think we should be getting him. Like, I think we've got Santos, we get Caicedo, we get Enzo, we've got hopefully Karnik Chukwuemeka coming in long term. And then from there, maybe we get a Lavia, you know, like a more defensive-minded midfielder. And then that's it. We don't need any more players. I don't understand the desire to go get another 8. I really don't. I know we're letting Conor Gallagher go. I know N'Golo's left. I know Kovacic is going. I don't like a bloated squad. And a lot of people do. I don't understand why, personally. I think it causes more problems than pride. I just think people just like being spoiled for choices. Like in the morning, you know, you go for a buffet at a hotel and all of a sudden there's like 3 different versions of scrambled eggs, and God forbid there's only one version of scrambled eggs. Everyone's like, oh my God. When in reality, sometimes one is consistent and you just give it the game time. Like, we don't need to have 3 different versions of scrambled eggs, like, for one position. That's my personal opinion. But guys, the daily video for you guys during this transfer period, you already know I'm going to be back tomorrow making another video and keeping you guys updated and informed on the latest Chelsea news. I love doing it, and it's something that brings me happiness. Don't worry, I'm still enjoying myself. I do it at night time before I go for dinner. I edit and then I post it first thing in the morning, 7 a.m. hit this time, which is around about 12 p.m. UK time. So you guys get your content. I enjoy my holiday. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Peace out, I'm out. By the way, look, tell me in the comments below, right, you made it this far. Am I tanned or not? I think I'm tanned. I'm not gonna lie to you. Look at this tan line, hey.